For a couple of minutes on what Dr. Ludhia mentioned and what Dr. Matika ma'am just now mentioned when we were talking about genetic understanding. As of course you all can refer to the book of Kendall's Principles of Neuroscience. So that has actually updated the recent genetic mutations, the DNA sequencing changes. That is the current update, Kendall's book on Principles of Neuroscience. Now, what Dr. Ludhia mentioned just now may be depth perception difficulty, as you have reflected. See, that's why I was just putting these two bottles together to mention. Suppose an autistic person is asked, take the bottle that is more full, not the other one. So there is a chance this autistic person may not be able to take it this way. They might just put this away and take this. Okay, rather than manipulating the hand from the other side. Now that is a difficulty due to depth perception, because this is coming in the way. You very often will find autistic persons having huge abilities, but food is served over there. They would not take the plate down towards themselves, rather pick it up from there. Not always, but for many of them. Those are issues due to depth perception. Now why this is happening? Where is the problem in the neural network? I am sure you all here in this room, at least we know what a synapse is. Synapse is the connection between two nerves which relays information from one nerve to another. Very simplified version. Most of the genetic mutations that are taking place are actually disturbing the programming at the synaptic level. What kind of programming at the synaptic level? We know there are two kinds of flow of impulses. One is ionic, due to the interplay of ions, and another is chemical. So there is electrical impulse and chemical impulse. So electrochemical impulse. At both these instances, the changes are taking place. So at the synapse, this programming change takes place, and it varies from one autistic person to another. Just as ma'am mentioned, the expressions and understandings also vary from one regular person, so-called regular person, to another regular person. So that is why, as Dr. Joyce mentions, motor planning also will be affected accordingly. Now, when ma'am was mentioning about emotional understanding, I would just like to add, based upon my observation, when ma'am was explaining theory of mind, because theory of mind is not my subject, but I get to understand it, and I have been always learning it from my learned friends and seniors. I'm relating to one of the child who comes up telling the mother, I don't like night time, I do not like night sky, raat ko kaat ke day bana do. And then brings the knife to the mother and says, Raat ko kaat ke day bana do. So to the child, the perception is night is like a curtain, dark curtain. Take the knife and cut it away.